All right, what's going on, boys and girls? So this particular video, we're going to be talking about backlogs, walls of shame, stacks of shame, call it whatever you want. So on this particular side, you'll be seeing my Steam library. That is, currently what my Steam looks like. This is going to be quite sad. So I have about 1,000-ish games on Steam. So I have different categories. I've completed end of year, which didn't happen. Those are my multiplayer only games. No end game. Those, pretty self-explanatory. Those are games that really just there's no end to them. Not interested. I have over 200 games that I just don't care about. It's bundles and all that stuff. And I have 425 games that are uncategorized that I have not touched at all. That does not count the 300 games that are sitting behind me. That entire front row and those entire double stacks, those are all PS4 games. There's a whole another double stack and double row behind that. That is all PS3 games. Behind that, over here in the corner on the top of it, is a bunch of PSP games I have not touched. I have not played all those Wii U games. I have a bunch of Vita games that I still haven't touched. A bunch of Dreamcast, Switch, PS2. The list goes on and on. We buy these games, but we never play them to some type of completion. So what I wanted to do this year was buck the trend. I'm not buying a single game this year. And I want to work on one thing and one thing only, and that is the backlog of video games. I want to complete as many games as I possibly can this year without spending a single dollar. So my question is, we always hear about stacks of shame and all this other stuff. Well, how about we dwindle down those stacks of shame? How about we break down those, walls of shame for some of us and actually look at completing some of these things that we say we're going to play or complete, but never do. So that's my challenge to you. It doesn't matter your OS, doesn't matter your console, doesn't matter what you decide. Let's just chip away and break down some of that backlog and kind of buck the trend of the mindless consumerism that we do. We spent the last 9 months inside. Did any of you chip away at this stuff? I'm going to say I highly doubt it. So there's your challenge. I'm doing Project Backlog. Are you going to join? Or are you just going to keep adding to the stacks and the walls of shame and the library that never ends, but never experience it? I'm deciding to experience the library finally.